Out. So welcome. My name is Rachel Garcia, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to give you enough information, hopefully, that you can make a decision about whether or not you're interested in learning more about this company. I first found out about it in 2008, 15 years ago. So the company's been around 15 years. They're totally debt-free. And if you're looking for a way to create an additional stream of income, or you have an interest in getting your health the best that it could ever be, I hope you listen closely to what I'm sharing with you today. I was intrigued by the health aspect of what this company offers. In 2008, I was working full-time as a physician assistant, seeing 60 to 70 patients a day, writing 200 prescriptions a day. I had just had my second baby, so my husband and I had a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old, and we had just invested $100,000 in 2 businesses, a skincare retail store and a construction company. So in addition to his full-time estimating job and my full-time job as a PA, we were trying to run these 2 companies, get them going, when somebody said, my brother said, we have a business we want you to look at. Now that you're entrepreneurs, look at this business. Well, we were overwhelmed and had no free time, and I did not want to look at the businesses. And they said something that made a lot of sense to me. You can say no, just make it an educated no. And I believe that's why you're on today. You're interested in what it is your friend or family member asked you to look at, and you're trying to decide, is this something that I might be interested in? So within 5 minutes of watching the presentation, I was very intrigued and wanted to be involved with the company. 3 months later, our physical health had changed so drastically that as a PA, I felt ethically obligated to share it with others. A year later, we'd made over 6 figures with this small thing that I spent 30 minutes a day on. I now spend more than 30 minutes a day on it. I've walked away from practicing medicine because I found a better way to help people. I have helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash, and I have helped thousands of people create weekly checks. So I will ask you, what are you doing right now that if you spend 30 minutes a day on it, 5 days a week, it has the potential to pay you a weekly check for decades to come? If you have nothing that will do that, I sincerely hope that you listen to what I'm sharing with you today. So I'm going to be talking to you and educating you on a company called Pure. Pure stands for People United, Reaching Everyone. And I believe that everybody deserves to have this information. Different people are attracted to different aspects of this company. As I said, I was attracted to the health aspect. My nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism. We had just learned that he would never speak. He was totally nonverbal. We learned he would never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. I went on a journey of using my master's degree in clinical medical sciences to learn what is autism and why did he have it. And I learned through that research that nutrition is really important. And I was trying to do it on my own by going to the health food store and picking out all of the important supplements that our family needed and were not getting, and trying to juice and have the organic garden. And I saw Pure as a simplified way to get good nutrition in our bodies. They were speaking a message of truth that we have to cleanse our bodies of the toxins, balance out our pH, get us alkaline, help our body to get to the proper pH by putting alkaline foods in, and pour plant-based nutrition in for our cells that are screaming for the nutrition that they're no longer getting. It was truth. It was a simplified process. And when I compared what I was already buying to what they offered, it was more affordable and it was better. I'm still here today because the results were that good. The income potential is what attracts a lot of other people. There are people that are struggling financially. They are looking for a way to get out of the debt they're in, a way to get ahead and create a savings account. Or maybe they know that multiple income streams are wise, but they have no time or they don't have the funds, they think, to get started. This is a 15-year-old company. It is a powerful moneymaker if you follow the systems in place. Do you have something right now that 30 minutes a day of work, 5 days a week, has the potential to pay you checks for decades to come? I joined because of the simplicity. I'm still here today because of the real results. But let me ask you, you all know about Amazon. Most of us probably buy things on Amazon on a regular basis. If someone had come to you in the year 2000 and said, this company is going to be huge in the future. 20 years from now, everyone will have a subscription with Amazon and they will actually be buying all of their holiday gifts and maybe even food regularly from this company. We're looking for brand ambassadors, people who will partner with us to get the message about the simplicity of Amazon out. And anybody that you recruit to become a member and get a subscription with Amazon, we're going to give you 10 to 50% of whatever those people purchase for the rest of their lives. And if they tell anybody, you'll get a percentage of that as well. My question to you is, would you have seen that? I don't know that I would have, but I want you to realize the future is e-commerce. and health and wellness is the future as well. And I believe that Pure will be in a large percentage of Americans' households in the future. We are looking for brand partners to help us spread the message. Why are we different? We are a business that's for every man, woman, and child. Unlike my skincare store that was just for a small demographic of the women who will spend $100 a month on their skin, this is for everybody with a body, the parents, the grandparents, even the dogs and cats. Sooner or later, if you are not taking care of your body, it will come to a point that you are concerned about your health or your dog's health or your child's health or your parents' health. And we have a better way. Prevention is better than prescription, guys. We have medical doctors joining us as brand partners weekly because they have realized after 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years of practicing medicine, prevention is better than prescription. It's a consumable product. This is important for those of you that are business minded. You do not want to have a service or be selling a product that your people will only purchase once. Passive residual income means checks come in weekly based on people doing repeated orders, and that's where we really excel. We have found that when people start with a starter package on Pure, that 93% of them repurchase over and over and over again. And the reason is our products work. The business model is touted as one of the best for anyone to get started in by some of the most brilliant minds of our time. I was not a new business person. It wasn't my first business. It was my third business that I kind of stumbled into. When someone asks my husband or I what we do, we say we started 3 businesses in 2008 and one of them exploded. We did not think this was a business because the startup cost was so low. In fact, it was cheaper to get started here than it cost me to keep my skincare store open monthly. And we ate our investment. Richard Branson says everyone should have a small business for the tax benefits. I have a friend who's a teacher. She's been a teacher her whole life. She makes about $900 to $1,000 back in her tax return at the beginning of every year. Last year, that increased by $3,000 because of the tax benefits from getting started as a brand partner with Pure. The low monthly overhead. You should already be spending money per month on your body and your health. If you're not, friends, you will be spending that at some way, at some point in the future. Prevention is better than prescription. We get one body, one home that our soul lives in our whole lives, but most of us treat this and our computers and our house that we live in better than we treat our home for our souls. I want you to think of what you're doing with Pure as a servicing for your body, much like we service our cars. I started all those businesses in 2008 because I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. He convinced me in this book that multiple streams of income were important and that I needed to do more than just working my full-time job as a PA, trading my hours for dollars. I made good money as a PA, more than most doctors in the field that I was in, but I never saw my kids. And they called our nanny mom. And it was killing me. And I saw no way out of that situation that I was in other than to create an additional income stream that would give me the freedom to not work so much. When he came out with the book, The Business of the 21st Century in 2010, and I realized that business I'd stumbled into, the third one in 2008, was that business model, that was when it clicked for me. And I realized the potential of what I had my hands on. The ability to leverage your time, guys, to get paid for decades to come on work you do consistently for an amount of time, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, is something that very few people get to do. Actors are getting paid now from movies they made 20 years ago. Singers, songwriters getting paid for work they did decades ago. But people like you and me, who don't have those skills, very rarely are we getting paid for work we did 10 to 15 years ago. I am. I could close my computer, put my phone down, move my family to France for the next year, 2023, and I'd make more in 2023 than I did in 2022 because of the work I've done for the last 15 years with this company. We are debt-free. No one knows about us in the United States, less than 60,000. It is huge in Korea. It is huge in Thailand. And we're looking for people to help us spread this message. And I've decided that I'm going to get very bold and loud lately because people need to know they don't have to be sick. You don't have to be sick, guys. There's a better way. If you've never read the book, The Truth About Cancer, you don't understand why we write so many prescriptions in the medical world, why I only learned about pharmacologic medications in medical school and not about nutrition. Read this book and you'll understand why. I joined because of the products. The health message, they used it in a clinical practice for 30 years with patients. That's a pretty tremendous, that's a long period of time. After 30 years, there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get in, and they said, we need to get this out to the public. We don't have enough providers to do all the consults necessary. Let's just start a company offering this cleanse, balance, build philosophy with our plant-based nutrition and see what happens. And that's how it started. They chose to spread it by word of mouth only. If they had put it on a shelf in Whole Foods, I would not have seen it. In fact, if you go on Amazon right now and you look up children's vitamins or calcium or omegas, all the things we should be consuming, there's hundreds of things that pop up. How do you choose? You look at the nutritional facts, you read the reviews. What we have here is better than what you can find anywhere else. And I now believe, after 20 years of practicing medicine and 15 years of being a brand ambassador for Pure, that the majority of the health issues we face as a human race are because of these 3 things. We're toxic, we're drinking out of plastic water bottles, we're eating food out of plastic containers, food that's been sprayed with herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides. It's been shown in studies there's microparticles of plastic in all of our bloodstreams. And as that has increased over the years, so has the cancer rates. We're literally being poisoned. We're not moving enough. We're not sleeping enough, but we're pouring acidic food into our body: meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, bread, and not enough plants. And it's not easy to get good plant nutrition in your body, but Pure makes it easy. You want to get your body operating at the pH it's supposed to be operating at. I believe we all have cancer cells in our bodies. The question is, are you feeding them or are you starving them? And I'm going to show you how to starve them in 30 seconds every single morning. We're literally severely undernourished. The fast food, the processed food, the packaged food, it's affecting our kids. Whatever's in your genetic pipeline, whatever your parents have struggled with, they're struggling with now, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, heart disease, it's coming towards you faster than it hit them because of your lack of movement, because of the poisons we're consuming, and it's going to hit our kids faster. The studies are showing it, unless we do something about it. And the studies have been out for over a decade now, showing that we cannot get the same amount of nutrition that our grandparents got from food. We have to eat 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the nutrition they received from one of each of those things in 1960. This was 12 years ago. It's worse now. Enter Cleanse, Balance, Build. It's a centuries-old philosophy. It's been the philosophy of this company since they started in 2008. We have medical doctors on our advisory panel. We have medical doctors joining us as brand partners weekly. We have multiple products in the physician's desk reference. This is the future that I believe, be in everybody's households. We have multiple products. We have a sports line that my family and I utilize every single day. We are in the gym every single day. We have a metabolic reset program that is 6 weeks of resetting your metabolism while cleansing, balancing, and building. We see an average of 15 to 20 pounds of fat loss during that time frame. Huge transformation challenge coming at the beginning of the year, but I want to focus in on the starter pack. We found that if people start with these 7 products, 93% of them repurchase 2 to 4 products going forward. Why would they repurchase? Because they can feel results. There's 6 things that people typically feel and notice within the first 30 days of starting on our starter package system. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you purchase products on at Whole Foods or online, there's no guarantee, you guys. The 6 things people notice: weight loss without trying. I lost 32 pounds in my first 3 months without trying. Sleep improvement. I had horrible insomnia. My mind would race all night long. That stopped within days of starting on Pure, which led to energy improvement. Energy like I had never had before. No afternoon crashes, no need for coffee, no naps on the weekends. Bowel improvement. My 3-year-old struggled with severe constipation. That was gone in days. Mood improvement. My husband struggled with severe depression and anger issues. Severe. This was marriage saving for us. Within 6 weeks, all those crazy ups and downs and rages were gone. And last but not least, pain reduction. It's one of the first things we typically hear within the first week is, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. My back didn't hurt when I woke up. Those of you that are popping your Advil PM, your Tums, your Tylenol, all these little hidden things you keep in your pantry, your allergy things that you're hiding in there, your migraine treatment for when you have migraine issues. If you're on prescriptions, pay close attention to what we have here, guys. I recommend if you're over 40 and on prescriptions, you take a serious look at our Core Complete. Each of these products, goji, acai, noni, mangosteen, have been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown, and they've been studied here in the US for over 3 decades. Ours are different because they're 100% pure. There's no fruit juices added to make them taste good. So if you struggle with things like reflux, asthma, arthritis, pain, depression, anxiety, you really, really need to consider starting with the Core Complete as your starter package. The 6 things, again, listed on this page, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If you're looking for a business, I think you've just found the best one that you could ever get started in. My boys have been taking this every single morning since they were toddlers, 30 seconds in the morning, and they get more nutrition than their entire class gets in a week, literally since they were babes. And yes, you as a parent have the responsibility of getting good nutrition in your kids. It's not the doctor's jobs, it's not the school's jobs. It's noticeable for my children when they take their products and when they don't. We put it in smoothies. We have training sites that teach you how to get it in their food every single day. We partner with you to help your family have the best health they can possibly have. Prevention is better than prescription. And so I want to encourage you to look closely at what we have. Look at what you're currently consuming. Think of the starter package as a servicing for your body. We take our cars in for a servicing every 10,000 miles. If we don't, they will not make it 200,000 miles. We just got a servicing bill for our air conditioning units at our beach house, $5,000. If we don't service them, they likely won't make it for very long, and then we'll be really in trouble in Florida with no air conditioning. But this is your house. And a servicing is not going to the doctor's office and getting a scan and your lab work and then getting started on prescriptions or getting your gallbladder or your thyroid cut out. A servicing is cleansing the 7 channels that we eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines, pouring plant-based nutrition in so your body can heal itself and the different organ systems can work the way they were made to work. That is a servicing, guys. 30 days. You owe it to yourself, to your children, to your grandchildren to take care of yourself. This is the time to get your health on track. And we have a great package for your whole family to get serviced if you're a family of 4 or more. You can also, if you're on this site right now, use the search box to type in whatever you're struggling with: eczema, allergies, hip pain, depression, anxiety. You will pull up thousands of testimonies. You can also ask whoever invited you to add you to this page so you can utilize it as well. I started with the goal to change whoever I came into contact with, their life. As a healthcare provider who saw 60 to 70 patients a day, I took pride in being the best PA I could be, giving the best care I could give, having a good name in the community that people said, yes, go see Rachel. But I had never impacted people that I did not see as a patient. And with this, I have found that when I share with someone, Betty, for instance, who was 72, who could not get past the mailbox every day to get her mail because she was in so much pain and so fatigued and so depressed and so tired. And within weeks, she's not going to the mailbox. She's walking around the block, talking to her neighbors, saying hi, remembering their names, so much energy, pain gone. She's now telling them, they're now ordering. She's now coming to me crying, saying, I'm getting checks every week. Rachel, you've changed my life. I've never changed lives of other people. I've never helped other people earn checks. This was something that totally moved me. And I began to try to figure out, how do I not just touch the people in my life? How do I touch other people that I've never met before, like Frank and Sarah and Mrs. Smith, who live on the block where Betty walks every day? This is the future, guys. You will not find a better business that is focused on what is exploding in the world in the next 20 years. E-commerce, we're all buying things online. Why not buy from one place, get rewards and discounts for purchasing from them repeatedly, and get the best of the best that gives you a 30-day satisfaction guarantee while radically transforming your health? This is the future. LivePure.com is where you can go to get started. Throw in what you want. The family package is my favorite. If you have a family of 4 or more, or if you're really interested in starting to share this with others. The Reset Plus includes the whole Core Complete system, metabolism boosters, fat burners for 2 people for 6 weeks to get on that transformation challenge contest that we have starting the first of the year. or you can throw in the core complete. When you go to checkout, it's going to ask you, do you want to save money and be a preferred customer? Yes. There's no fee to be a preferred customer with this company. There's no obligation to purchase again, but there's a very good chance that you will. I would highly recommend the Smart Ship program. Go ahead and sign up for it. That means every time you reorder, you'll get 20% back in free product points. And that's what makes us more affordable than our competition. So not only do we work better than our competition and give better results, but we're more affordable. If you are currently supplementing and you cannot tell when you take your supplementation and you cannot tell when you don't, I highly recommend switching. If you're not supplementing, remember this is your most important asset and you should be treating it better than anything else that you own. If you've thought of somebody else that needs to hear this, you're worried about the price, or you're an entrepreneur and you know it's important to have multiple streams of income, look at our brand partner option, guys. It's $49 to get started as a brand partner. And I'll briefly share with you that as you begin to share with the people in your life, money can start to grow and come in very quickly. We started getting weekly checks. My husband was like, what are these checks? I'm like, oh, it's from one of those calls I do every single day. I made a call every day on the way to work. Teresa, take a look at this. I think it might be right up your alley. Are you free at 12 o'clock today to watch a presentation? Every day I made a call. I was like the lady at the breakfast shop. Would you like some coffee? Would you like some coffee? And when someone said no, she doesn't throw her coffee mug out and run out the door saying this job is no good for me. See, my nephew started speaking 3 months after taking these products. It was life-changing. I said, if I can change one autistic family's life a year, it's worth a call a day, whether someone answers, whether someone watches, it's not for someone, I don't care. I just know I have to be out there getting this in front of as many people as possible. And the checks began to grow. And then they matched what I made at my skincare store, which was 3 to 4 hours a night of work after I saw patients all day long. I was making more with this phone call a day than I was with the 3 to 4 hours a day. I said, my gosh, what if I close the skincare store, which I did, and start spending that 3 to 4 hours on this? And then the checks began to grow. And then they matched what I made as a PA. Then they surpassed what I made as a PA. I went to school for 8.5 years and spent $100,000 on my education to practice medicine. I walked away from that in December of 2019 and found a better way to help people. And we're looking for brand partners. I looked up one day and had teams in New Jersey and in Montana and in Washington State and in California and in Arizona, and people who are doing their own presentations and inviting people to take a look, and who call me and say, thank you so much for changing our lives and sharing this story, this message. We're looking for people who want that in their lives. And I want you to know whoever invited you today probably invited 20 people, but they're only building 2 teams. And that matters because whoever jumps on with them first benefits from people who jump on with them tomorrow. Okay, so if you're watching this today and Bob's watching this, Bob says, I'm in, give me the family package. I'm in debt. My health is struggling. I said I would do something last year and I haven't. I'm ready to make a move. Okay, but Beth also comes on and says, I'm in. And Kristen comes on and says, I'm in. Well, Bob goes on one team for your friend. Kristen goes on the other team for your friend. And everyone else that comes in after goes on their team. What does that mean? Every time Beth, Leah, Brenda place an order, it goes into a savings account. The commissions from that go into a savings account for Bob. For Bob? Bob didn't do anything. No, he just made a decision and joined your team early on. And when he decides to start sharing, he benefits from the commissions that have been placed in his savings account from Beth, Leah, Brenda. Do you want to be Brenda? Waiting, not coming in for a month, 2 months, 3 months? No, you want to be Bob. You want to join sooner than later. It's $49 to get started with Pure. Waived if you're military, waived if you're a student, waived if you get one of our business packages. The monthly overhead is laughable. It should basically just replace part of your grocery bill and whatever you're buying for supplementation right now. It's about $140 a month. If you can't afford that, if you have customers who order that much, that is all you need to do to get weekly checks from sharing this with others. You guys, you get a system on your phone where you can do 30 minutes a day of training. That's all we're asking you to do. 30 minutes a day. It's actually about 15 minutes a day of training, 15 minutes a day of work. What does the work look like? Calling, inviting people to take a look, and then adding them to our Facebook page. That's it. Can you do that every day to get weekly checks? I don't know who you know. I don't know how good you are at following a system. I don't know how coachable you are, but I know I've helped thousands of people earn weekly checks. And then you go place your first order. Start wherever you want. This is the best bang for your buck. It's $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. And right now we have a coupon. I don't have one here on my desk that'll give you 20%. And it's actually $4,000 worth of products for $2,000. your family's entire 4 people servicing, plus our sports line, plus our colloidal silver, which is huge for things like eye infections, ear infections, burns, or skin defense, which kills everything. Spray your phone, spray your face, spray your plane table instead of using those gross hand sanitizer things they give you. This also gives you free membership. Shipping is waived. It puts you in our 30-minute a day training program. It puts you in the company star bonus program where you can earn more money when you begin to share. And it puts you in my mentorship program. We have a VIP mentorship program where once a week you get specific training from our top leaders, Q&A sessions. They're recorded if you can't get on live, but they are specifically for our people that come in with this VIP package because we know you have big goals and we want you to know we're partnering with you to help you get there. So think of it like a franchise without the contracts. You choose you want to be out in a month, no problem, get out in a month. There's no contracts, there's no royalty fees, there's no crazy leases that you have to purchase and pay for and sign in for years, nothing like that. But we have the system in place where you can create much more than you can with a franchise. You also get 4 coupons to share with others with that VIP family pack. I love the Reset Plus. It's a level down from the family package. It's $2,000 worth of products for $1,200 with one of our coupons. You get in the company star bonus program. Your shipping is waived. Your membership fee is waived. You get the 30 minutes a day of training. You don't get in my VIP program. So if you can push just a little bit and get up to that $2,000 mark for the VIP program with the family package, it's a really good starting place. You can start wherever you want. The Core Plus is $289 for one person's 1 month servicing. It's a little less than $10 a day. Is your body worth that? Yes, it is. Okay. Core Complete is my favorite starter package. You just add on the $49 brand partner and off you go. You'll get the 30 minutes a day of training for you to go forward and do whatever it is you want to do with this business. Men always ask me, how do I make my money back? It's all about inviting. We know the numbers. I've been doing this 15 years. If you have 10 people watch this presentation, 3 to 4 will join. If you get 4 people to join with the same package you came in, you've made your money back. You've actually gotten your health for free is basically what just happened. And now every other check that comes in on a weekly basis is just positive cash flow. So guys, get started today. livepure.com. Throw what you want into your shopping cart. When it asks you, do you want to join? Yes, you want to join. Consider being a brand partner. If you like to travel, guys, I love to travel, but I never had the time. Couldn't take off work as a PA. We've been to Hawaii 3 times, Europe 3 times, Bora Bora, Australia. And now my biggest joy is helping as many people as I possibly can take this trip with us. We had over 50 go with us to the Amalfi Coast. We stayed in that huge hotel, the Grand Excelsior at the top of the hill, best one in Sorrento for a week with these amazing people. And we're going to Greece in September of 2023. And I have a goal to take 200. Could be you. Anything is possible, and there's no cap to what you can make. When I quickly realized I was spending 12 hours a week plus working as a PA, and I was spending a couple hours a day on this and making more with this than I was with that, touching more lives, changing more lives, spending the time with people that I wished I could spend with them in medicine, I said, I'm done. I found a better way, and I'm going to help other people have their lives changed as well. So if this has impacted you, I hope you get back to the person who invited you. Let them know where you're at. Timing matters. I'm going live every day for the next week. And in the new year, it's going to be on fire, guys, because people are looking for a better way to live life, build their bank account, and have the health that they desire. I'm going to stay on for a minute, see if there's any questions. Please consider joining us. Think about it. Do your research. I can tell you this, if you don't change, nothing will change. God bless. I hope I get to work with you soon.